Don't be eavesdropping on my private conversation. Welcome to the Unicorn Straight No Chaser podcast, where we always give you an educational laugh and a heavy pour. She right on time with it, okay? I feel like we've been away from y'all for a while now. Listen, we still in recovery mode from last weekend. I know y'all may say we hit a whole week. I don't care. I don't have no lashes on. I don't got no makeup on. Only you. You can't compare it. Listen, I'm not right. I think it's really the vaccine. I'm having like an aftershock, but it is what it is. Anyway.
I ain't got no one.
What happened? No, yeah. I said we. She the only one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But whatever. We natural. We all natural today, okay?
So
Always. I told y'all before in prior episodes. I still think I'm the baddest bitch, even when I'm not the baddest bitch, all right? We got a few things to discuss tonight. We are going to go over our adventures at Blerdcon because it was our first time going. Of course, we're going to get into the controversy. We are going to discuss the aftermath that happened all across social media. People getting dragged, people fighting in chats. It was a fucking mess. We are definitely going to get into the new videos with Lil Nas X and Normani. And we're going to get a little bit of race play in our Inside the Box segment. And that tie that into that meme that's going around. Oh, not meme, photograph. But we'll get to that.
It might as well be a fucking meme.
It has become a meme that's went viral going around. That ties into the race play situation, okay? And Tokyo is going to give us more details on that in a little bit. So stay around. If you leave, come the fuck back. All right?
That'd be nice.
She said, please. Before we start, notice I'm wearing my lovely Blur Approved Entertainment shirt. So, you can also find the unicorns on this platform currently. Check them out. If you're into nerdy shit, you like Marvel, you like DC, you like comics, you like pop culture, you like anime, check out the platform, all right? So first up, anybody that may have peeked on any of our pages on IG or Facebook knows that we went to Blerdcon over the last weekend. Blerdcon is a Comic-Con convention that's held in Arlington, Virginia. Thank you so much. My fourth unicorn, just in the back. It was our first time going. I've been to many a Comic-Con. You've been to a couple, and you've been to them as well. No, that was your first one?
It was. It's not my first convention, but
that's what I'm saying.
It's my first comic, nerdy con.
Okay.
Like I've been to like the flower convention.
I went to RetroCon
and tattoo convention.
You've never been to anything else but RetroCon? Really?
And the only reason I was at the flower convention, I worked there. I didn't get to experience it.
Okay. Well then we really popped their cherry then. I've been to a lot of cons. I'm in Philly, so you got Keystone, you got Wizard World. I've been to Otakon, I've been to RetroCon, I've been to Monster Mania, I've been to a lot of stuff, right? But this one is specifically geared towards blurs, which blur is short for a black nerd. Blur, right? Some people hate the name. It is what it is. But anyway, it was my first time there, and I had such an amazing time. First of all, it was like being at a giant cookout. It was like being in college, and we was running around through the dorms, baked in a pool.
I can see that.
Yeah, it was such a good time, such good vibes. Positive, like all the women complimenting each other. The men were respectful. Like it was. Why can't it be like that all the time? Typically the first thing I do is discuss like the mental health segment, melanin, millennials, and mental health, right? That's the first thing I typically discuss. While we were there, There was a controversy because a white person, white woman specifically, won. I'm sorry, the white person specifically won the cosplay contest, right? Okay, we can get a little bit more into that later, but specifically, it brought up conversations about what it looks like for allies, white allies, to come into a Black-centered space, right? It's inclusive, so that's why I'm saying Black-centered and not, Black exclusive. What does that look like as an ally, right, coming into that space? And why was everyone so upset, and why were they so triggered? Because a lot of people said, well, so what? If she had the best cosplay, she should have won, right? Okay. But this is the problem. The reason why people were triggered is because she took a platform away from a Black person in a Black-centered space. So my main thing has been discussing what an ally looks like. To be a white person and be an ally to Black people or people of color in general means to allow us to have our spaces and to allow us to take center stage. You sit back and let us be the forefront and you play the background. So my whole argument was that, number one, she should have never came. Blerdcon, oh, that's for Black people? It's geared towards Black people. I should never have come. That's number one. Number two, if your Black friends hype you up and say, no, you can come, it's all right, it's cool, you're allowed to come, and you decide to go, you don't fucking enter the contest. That's just period, point blank. You don't enter the contest. There was prizes attached to that. There was money. There was a hosting position, being the representative in the face of Blerdcon, which is a Black nerd con, okay? How the hell do you make that make sense that a white person is the face?
True. That is true.
So that's what my thing was. And people cannot understand why so many Black people are triggered by that. But in everyday life, we have these situations where we have something that is specific to us, and white people want to get a hold of it and gentrify it and colonize it. And it's really irritating. Take for instance the whole situation with TikTok. All the whole controversy with that white woman, I forget her name, taking all the dances from the Black TikTokers, and she's going viral and she's making money off of it, and she is prospering off of it. It's stolen work. So I just feel like they always steal our fashions and our hairstyles, and they blackfishing people now.
And I just said it's a lot, because Black people, for a long time, like now we seeing pictures and posts, Black cosplay appreciation posts. I remember, clicking on Facebook, and it used to be like, it'll be like a picture, like I'm pretty sure everybody done see this. It was some Black girls and they were dresses, what is it, from Dragon Ball Z, the Genju Warriors or something like that. Okay. Remember, yeah.
Not a DBZ.
And underneath, whoever watches DBZ, correct me. The Ginyu, I think Ginyu, the name was dressed as the Ginyu Force or whatever. And underneath the picture was said Ghetto Ball Z. You know what I mean? Like shit like that. Okay. And for a long time, you would click on the internet and you would see things like that. Any type of Black cosplay, you would see like, Ghetto Yo-Yo Hakusho or Baby Mama Sailor Moon or something like that attached to the Black cosplayer. And you can't deny it. You can't deny it because she just put up TikTok. Even on TikTok, the girl who used to dress up like Hinata, that TikTok blew up, okay? She made a whole song called Hinata is in Black. Yeah.
She's gonna be Black today.
And she had to make that song because a video before somebody was calling saying Hinata isn't a monkey. You know how like you click on TikTok and you can respond to comments, you can see the comments. And then bold, it says Hinata isn't a monkey. Racism exists in cosplay. It exists so much. So the fact that a white girl won a cosplay contest during a convention that was supposed to be meant for Black nerds, and that's another thing I want to break down, the term nerds, because a couple of y'all keep saying, oh, you know, it's a convention for Japanese culture, this and the third. The term nerd is for people or a group of people who obsess over a topic. So
a genre.
So you can be a music nerd, you can be a science nerd, you can be a computer nerd, you know,
psychology nerd.
It's about what your obsession over. Yeah, it's about an obsession. It's about obsession, and the whole point of the term blerd is because Black people aren't looked. They're not recognized as having those type of obsession. They're not recognized as being nerds. They're not recognized as wanting to, you know, doing those geeky, weird, awkward things. So the whole point
is considered a white space.
Yes, the whole point in the term blerd was to bring, in
the anime, only white people listen to rap.
Exactly. So why start a convention for Black nerds if you were going to not make it a safe space?
Right.
I personally feel like, you know, after the person who made the convention came out with his video, I personally feel like
it was tone deaf.
It was tone deaf. I don't think I'll be going again, because it feels like you just want it for the money and not to make a safe space. It'd have been a different conversation had he been like, you know, I learned, I listened, you know, and I understand. You just shut that shit down.
But the crazy thing is that the young woman who won, she heard what was being said to her. She listened, and she stepped down and allowed the first runner up to take place.
Allegedly.
Did I say queen? Winner.
She did do the polls.
Allegedly.
That said,
it's been a couple people coming forward saying that she's participated in other small cosplay contests.
Well,
and then she lost those
like
in the same cosplay.
In the same cosplay.
Allegedly.
And it took for her to come to a Black nerd convention to win.
And supposedly one of the judges said she, the person who won, did her thing from scratch. She dyed the silk. You know,
it's not alleged. That's out there. That was
they
said
that she, you know what I mean. She did do it.
That
she
was
made it.
Said
so,
by the judge. That's not alleged.
No, I'm saying allegedly she did make it. I don't know. We don't know if she made it. She's saying
no,
whatever,
we don't know.
You know what I mean? But,
it looks store bought to me. That's all I'm going to say.
You know, I actually didn't see her at all. I don't know. I didn't see her.
Can you put find that card cap to Sakura? Thank you.
That's her?
Yeah. That's the one.
I'm not impressed. It's not nothing.
Yeah, Jess, can you throw up those other cosplayer pictures that I sent you?
A cosplayer, was he in the contest? Ghost Rider.
He knows he wasn't. Now she's a phone builder. And that was a whole nother thing, that it was a free for all. And it might be some people watching that don't know anything about cosplaying, but you have like seamstress, people that do needlework, and you have phone builders, and they should never be in the same category. In my opinion, they should never be in the same category.
What's phone builder?
Like armor.
Oh, okay. You know what I mean? So I seen one guy, he had like a suit on, but he brung in.
Oh, that's me, but I'm closet. Why you show my picture? I'm a closet cosplayer. You can't put me up there. I ain't sewing shit. I'm not sewing shit.
So I just see that a cosplayer. I don't know who he was. I don't know what character. He did have a suit on, but he had a big cross he was carrying around, like something he tried gun.
The Trigun guy, I know.
And he literally like unwrapped it.
That looked good.
He had guns in each part of the cross. Like I thought that was amazing.
It was his guy.
He obviously made this from him.
I missed the picture. He did. He said he made it from him.
Like, and you sit here and tell me that Shorty won?
Yeah, I didn't take a picture of him. He was dressed as the guy from Trigun. He had the big cross and everything, and he had it wrapped up. He could unwrap it. He had the whole shit. I'm telling you.
He had guns in each part of the cross, and everybody was hyping, clapping, like.
And it was like life size. Like he was really carrying it like how they carry on the anime. It was really good. I mean, it was a lot of cosplayers there that aren't pictures of them, and they were fantastic. fantastic. Like they really blow you away for it to be just a card character in one. Like,
I mean, long story short, us as the spectators or whatever don't believe that she had the best costume. You know what I mean? In regards to like, because I think one of the criteria is we got to make 80% of your costume or something like that.
Yeah, it was like 80 to 85. I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
so I just find it weird that other people had better costumes that they made and handmade that were amazing, and you picked the one white person that was in. It just seems ridiculous. You know what I mean? Like you could try to say, oh, it was because she was white. It's because of what? Because her costume looked good. What? Like she didn't even have like like she didn't have anything.
Because because you don't cosplay, so okay. I do at least I understand the amount of skill that goes into somebody doing needlework,
right,
or
right.
stoning something or whatever. Mm-hmm. You know that, but that's why there needs to be category.
I think it should be categories. So.
Yeah, there is. It is. Listen, if you go to I went to an amazing like cosplay contest. It was in Oakland. Like that shit was fucking amazing. The amount of work that these people do. Yeah, but it was categories. They didn't have everybody thrown in at one time. And then it should be a category for people who are like closet cosplayers. Because just because you might not have sewn in shit, you might have put some shit together that nobody else would think to put together. Like, oh, I'm gonna glue this to here, I'm gonna glue that to there, I bought this in 10 different stores and put this together, and like, you know, that still is like an exhibitionist kind of thing. Like, all right, I spent a lot of money, you finna see this shit.
And then it's the whole discussion about the allies situation. And I really want to talk about this. I feel like a lot of y'all don't know what the fuck ally mean, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it was weak, but
what he said?
She said she personally didn't care that she was white, but
it was weak.
It was.
That's what I'm saying.
But you know, to be an ally, you know, you have to align yourself with like the ideals and you know the beliefs of that certain demographic. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. In this climate, right after everything we've been through for the last 2 years, I just think it was very, very, very tone deaf. In the 4 years of its existence, there has only been one black winner. It's I.
Yeah,
really. I want something that's supposed to be.
All of them have been white.
No, not
you know
all
what
of them.
it is.
Asian, white, black.
You know what it is. I feel like the anime. I feel like the anime like community specifically people who are.
Oh, you're a man. So sorry.
Oh.
What did I? You said I'm a man. Oh. You should have added a damn it on it. I'm a man, damn it.
Anyway, I feel like the anime community, specifically people who like Japanese culture, are too welcoming when it comes to racism and everything. I feel like they tearing a blind eye to a lot of it. I really do believe that wholeheartedly. Because if
you the anime community
is specifically because
they want to be all inclusive.
It's all inclusive. But if you look
once
at
you make something blurred, you gotta understand that black is for black people. You know what I mean? I understand they want them all to come like all the other races. That's good. I understand. I want to be, you know, nice. You don't want to be like everybody else. Right. But you made it blurred. Like you made black people the forefront. So you gotta kind of stick with that. Like, oh, this is a safe space for black people. Don't change it or be like, oh, all inclusive, but it's still blurred. Like to me, it just is like a juxtaposition. Like it's not really making sense to me. Like just think about you want the money, but then you're not.
Just think about one of those participants that participated in the contest. What if one of them was called a monkey or like something about cosplay?
Oh, if they cosplays for any length of time, you have had somebody say some bullshit.
Just to go to a convention made for you.
To get called names,
you know, and just to lose to another white person. Right. Like it's supposed to be for you to win.
Right. So if I can't win at Blerdcon, where the fuck am I going to win?
What I mean?
What I'm saying.
If you can't win it there.
Definitely can't win it there.
I mean, that was my only point. Like I didn't think anybody should be bullying a girl. I'm sorry, I don't feel bad for her. I really don't, because that her friend that jumped on whatever it was, Twitter, whatever wherever she made that post that she told her friend to get up there and hyped her to get up there. Your friend set you the fuck up. Your friend set you the fuck up. You didn't think that after 2 years of people getting killed,
her friend told her to go up there.
The friend admitted that she told her to do it. I'm saying that people got to use their common goddamn sense. You know what I'm saying? After everything that's been going on, people getting killed and shot left and right or whatever for the color of their skin, right? You want to go to Blerdcon and be around your people and enjoy your own people and get a win and have positivity for your community, right? You fucking brought your friend and then you set your friend up to get her ass up there. You don't know your people? You didn't know that wasn't going to go down?
That's like,
not unless she just really didn't think her friend was going to win. I don't know. But yeah, that was a bad idea.
I don't think she should have got bullied. But I didn't see, like I said, I didn't see her get bullied.
I didn't see it.
I seen us talk amongst each other in the Black community about how, whether we agree
with it or not.
But right, they probably did say something. So they probably got an inbox like that wasn't right. I don't know. Whatever. I mean, I don't feel bad either. Right. You know what I mean? I don't really want to see like no white tears.
That's
like just you take that on the chin, give the shit back, whatever you feel like you need to do to feel better about yourself and why you did that and whatever. Go ahead and do it.
Can two things exist in the same place where I don't want her to be bullied, but I also don't give a fuck?
Right. We didn't participate in the bullying, so
two things,
you know what I mean,
existing in the same place.
Had to curse her out. I honestly feel like I think
that was wrong.
I thought the judges should have been cursed out.
The judges should have been cursed out.
I don't really think she should.
Oh, they were cussing them out too.
I think it should have been more focused on the judges and the people who chose for her to win.
Yeah.
Other than her, you know what I mean? But the whole discussion started just from, Mario mad she won. So that kind of came into everybody talked about it. We talked about it amongst the Black community. You know what I mean? And we debated about whether or not it made sense or not. But some people, they rock with her. You know what I mean?
Any white people that are watching, I just want to say, if you want to be an ally, when it comes to us and our spaces, allow us to have our space. That is the best way for you to be an ally. Let us have our space. Please let us have the platform when it's time for us to have our platform, because there are so many platforms that are not available or open to us. That's all I'm saying. That's all I want for people to get.
The sideline. That's what you gotta do.
Sometimes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
you gotta be
there. And to the Black people, stop inviting every fucking body to the cookout. Stop it. Because y'all not vetting these people. Y'all not. Oh, we watch anime together. Okay, and she was at the KK rally last month with her other friends. Like, stop inviting every fucking body to the cookout, and then when you get to know them better, then you find out and unearth all of this shit. Listen, everybody that's white is cannot be your friend. A lot of people are racist and they don't even know that they're racist. So when you see it's something centered on Black people, yes, you might have a white friend, but that don't mean you got to bring them. I'm not saying you can't. I'm just saying you need to vet them properly. Don't touch nothing. Don't do like you do your kids. Don't touch nothing. Don't ask for nothing. Don't fucking embarrass me, okay?
And stop calling yourself an ally. You can't call yourself an ally. The community that you want to be an ally to has to call you that. You just can't be like, I helped y'all out, so
I'm an ally.
I'm an ally because I helped you guys. No, you didn't.
Buying a ticket to a con does not make you an ally. It means that we have dope shit.
Stepping on that stage did not make you an ally. That's like prancing around in the pride parade and you ain't the fuck gay. Like, what the fuck is you doing? And they do. They make me want to join them, but you know what? You can't be.
But I ain't gonna be on nobody's stage.
Exactly. You can't take their space though. You be wanting to dance, but you can't take their space. That's their time. I dance from the side, like, hey y'all, but I'm not about to get in the middle of their fucking like you gay, no. I just wanted to dance with y'all. You know what I mean? How goofy does it look?
I just want y'all to know every gay event y'all see me at secretly.
I mean,
I was supposed to be there. They thought I was the straight friend. Surprise! I was just looking for the right time to tell y'all.
Remember, you took your bra off in front of me. I saw you.
It was all part of my master plan, allegedly. Oh God! All right, we want to move on to something. I don't know. I can't. Can I say that this is less serious?
Oh, probably not. I mean, it's once I talk about it, we'll talk about it after. So you go.
All right, we moving on to our Inside the Box segment led by Tokyo. And if you don't know what the box is, you might be one of those dusty, dirty con goers that doesn't use deodorant. That's all I'm saying.
Probably one of judges.
Oh, Lord, they gonna come for us if they hear that. I'm glad we small right now.
So, focus inside the box. We're going to be discussing race play today. So, race play is a form of sexual role play. It's in the BDSM category. It's a little controversial though, but we'll get into it. Role players act out racially charged situations, usually slave and master relationships. They use racist, hurtful, and derogatory terms to reach sexual pleasure. Now, when I say it's
I almost spit my juice. Go ahead.
When I say it is a BDSM situation, I'm saying that because usually in these race play dynamics, is usually a dom and a sub person involved. So the dom is usually the racist, so to speak, and the sub is usually the slave or the minority person.
So the white person is the dom.
Yeah.
Who the fuck is signing up for that? Go ahead.
The most popular race scenes are a black sub with a white dom, and that's slave and master. And it's also
I'm sorry, look at Tony. She is disgusted.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I started thinking about this shit.
Not vanilla Mary Poppins.
Like, can you imagine, like, the bitch calling the nigga massive?
Yes.
Like, what? Like, get your ass sheet with fucked up big ass, wiggy ass, big winch ass bitch. You know, get your ass up.
So the most popular is the black sub and the white dom, which is the slave master dynamic, and then it's the Jewish prisoner.
What the fuck?
No.
I thought it was just like the master and slave. They go as far as the Holocaust?
No.
Jews.
No.
Yep. Jews and Nazi soldiers. Yes.
He said I gotta whoop Anne Frank ass. That is rich. Listen, you come by every time we do a show. You come by, okay?
That is great.
I'm inviting you. Personal invitation. Go.
So typically so I actually read a little now typically black women do not.
So wait, it's the Jewish and the Holocaust victim.
Yes.
All right, I just
The
needed to
Nazis
clarify.
and the Jewish prisoners. Yes.
I'm not okay
It
with
is
it.
still like a dom sub, you know, I'm the master, I'm the person that holds the cards, you are the prisoner person that has to follow the rules type of thing.
I don't even know if I want to joke about that.
It's all bad. I mean, it's all fucked up. You know what I mean? In regards to like just base level, like
meet me in the shower. The gas chamber scene. It's not funny.
Ooh. It's not
This is terrible.
awful.
Oh shit!
If y'all don't see our show anymore, like to my co-host,
Tokyo got our shit shut down. Okay, Facebook. I had nothing to do with
I want to apologize to my co-host for what I had said minutes ago about the gas chamber. Awful.
Awful. Now I will say before y'all
That
listen,
was wrong with me.
I do want to say before of y'all ever participate in this race play situation, I need to talk about it. Okay, don't go into this shit and mess with no black woman and say some crazy shit out your mouth during sex, because they will stop and slap your ass. Okay, this is a discussion. Like, listen, I'm in a race play. Argue with that. Discuss these terms. You don't want to get your ass whooped during sex, okay? Because this is not something you just
like, I draw the line at spook. You cannot call me a spook at all. Okay.
He said he could be free man to Jenga. not the Tyrese version. Please.
Yo. Oh, Lord, this is terrible.
All right, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So I'm going to try to discuss the psychology behind it, right?
Okay.
It's very controversial. This whole thing is very controversial with race play.
This is terrible.
So like I said, I had read an excerpt from a black woman who is a sub to a white man.
You better get the fuck out of here. What this bitch just said?
Now,
she might make me
what
mad.
I find funny is that she doesn't consider herself doing race play, right? So even though she's in a dom sub relationship where she's the sub and he's the dom and he's white and she's black, she looks at it as just a regular BDSM relationship.
But
right?
what is he saying to her?
She's not saying that he says those words, but when she had got on the phone with him and her friends was around, you know you in a race play relationship, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know
Did
that
he just call you mammy?
But they try to say, like, yo, you do realize, like, he's a white man and he's telling you what to do. You are a black woman. And it's like, it looks weird from the outside.
Oh, okay. As
So-
long as he ain't using those trigger words.
Right, no, I don't think that's what it was, but she literally never thought about it like that. Like, oh, wait, him saying, like, get on your knees or some shit like that probably sound weird when you saying it to a black woman. You know what I'm saying? Like, get on your fucking knees and call to me. You know what I mean?
No. Is it get on your knees or is it go?
When she dressed like
you
that.
better go down there and shuck that corn. You better go shuck that corn tonight, bitch.
I mean,
You know what I mean? Like, I don't even know what the fuck he's saying.
going on. So she
not-
could be like,
he like-
your master to, you know,
he like throw
call your
cotton
master.
balls all over the floor and be like, pick them
I don't even know.
Pick them
You
bitches
being
up.
vague. You being vague about it. You being vague, okay? You said race play. You talking about something, get on your knees. That's regular sex.
I mean,
Like, what is
but
he saying? Is he calling,
she didn't. Okay,
he
she
calling
didn't.
her negress?
No.
Did he call her negress?
No, he did. He did not call her.
You don't know.
He didn't. From what she said, that's not. That made her think about race play and what is going on.
Yeah,
So,
it is tragic.
Some black people do not agree. Like I said, a lot of black
This
women.
is shit Doja Cat was getting into. Remember when they said that she was caught with the
Yeah.
white people
Yeah.
and everything?
Yeah. Do he make her dress up like Harriet Tubman?
That's y'all ever see chewing gum?
No, what's it? Oh yes, I have.
And
I
y'all
have.
seen that part when she was dressed in the African garb and she was dancing to that man? Oh my God. Girl, y'all gotta watch that. See that shit had me fucking cry because he had like this fetish for African women and tribal garb, and he made her dress them and the tribal garb and the fucking
Not a
staff.
spear.
A spear, yeah, and jumping around
I
and
think
shit.
I do remember that dance. Oh,
And then his fucking wife came in, who was a black woman, and looked at him and was like, y'all gotta watch this shit and be fucking dying.
Oh my God.
Y'all gotta
So,
watch it.
like I said, a lot of women don't agree with this. Okay. They are opposed to it. Now they do like BDSM relationships where they can get talked about their womanhood. They're okay with being degraded in other ways besides their race.
Mm-hmm.
So you can say like, something crazy of
Fucking cunt.
right. Like you can say yes, you can say shit like that to them. They're like okay with it, turn them on okay. But if you say like you black bitch or something that regarding their race, for some reason it gives them a bad
Of course.
feeling, right? And they said it's like too close. You know what I mean? Like it's too. It don't turn them on. Like the people that
some that's not into it.
right. These are the black people who are not into it. This is how they feel about it. I can do a lot of things. I'm cool with a lot of shit. You can talk about my womanhood. You can talk about my weight. You can talk about a lot of different things. But my race is kind of like a trigger and an obsession.
Yeah.
So
Because I don't
That's
know
what
if you're playing.
right. Like why you even think about that? You know what I
Right.
mean? So I do understand that. So some psychologists believe that race play comes from a place of internalized racism, and that sex and fetishism can be used to explore some ingrained issues, which is something that I said about BDSM as well. Some people have ingrained issues, and this helps them get through it. Race play is something that is kind of in the same thing to some people. This is some people believe this. It could be ingrained racism, and this is how they get it out. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want, I'm racist, but like I can't be racist. I can't be out here doing this, but I can do it in here. You know what I mean? I can kind of.
fucking real.
You are. I get, yeah, but this is like where they can. I see.
They can say nigga.
They can say it, and they can be like part of their play, and they can get it out
and get away with it, and then go walk in the room and be like, I'm your ally.
Yep.
I bought a ticket to Blerdcon.
Right. So that's one. That's what some psychologists believe. Others believe that people are just aroused by things that are forbidden and taboo. So the people that are into it that are Black, they're looking at it differently. So, like I said, some of them hate it and say it's too close to home. And some of them are almost like aroused by it.
How are you?
This is how they are. You know what I mean? It seems weird to us. It's like never, you know, but some other people are with it. They're like, I don't see the big deal. People talk about age play and stuff like that, and they don't have a problem. But race play seems to be an issue.
Who said we ain't have a problem with age play?
No, I mean, age play is actually more accepted than race play.
It is.
It is. So
I mean, you know, some women calling me and daddy and stuff like that. I've said a daddy a time or two, or 3 or 4.
So some people just think it's just another, you know, it's taboo. This is just something that we do and things like that. Now, people who actually participate in race play believe that playing these scenes fit under an umbrella of power exchange, which is true. I mean, it's BDSM, that's power exchange, negotiation, all that. And that is simply just another scene, but not one that should be broadcast because it can be offensive or harmful. So so you know how some BDSM they go to dungeons and they do it there, they broadcast it, they are okay with showing that and it's accepted. A lot of people that's a part of this age play community, I'm sorry,
oh shit!
What?
They about to put you in the clank for that Anne Frank comment. You don't play.
Oh,
man.
Oh man.
You don't play. You know Facebook be watching.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Don't talk about that shower comment.
Don't you get my shit shut down?
Pop off my shit right there.
I ain't say nothing. Facebook.
We was not condoning his behavior.
I had said Frank Sinatra.
Okay. I was talking about taking the bed.
But so what I was saying was
He got the black eye.
You do.
For sure. Fucking black is hot.
Sure.
I can't even pronounce your name. Shazira Denova Porte Jr.
No.
Where you from? That's the poor thing. The poor thing.
There you got the fucking Facebook pigs watching us and shit. And first of all, I'm already a repeat Facebook pig. I
We all are.
Listen, I can't go back to jail. Porte. I can't go back. That's all I'm saying.
We all are, child.
No, she
I
got
got
a warning.
I got a warning one time.
You got a
I felt
warning.
like something. I was like, man, somebody was wrong. I don't even know what I said.
She our friend that she just stole some panties out of H&M. That's all she did.
But back, okay, so what I was saying was the people that do participate in it do believe it's something that you should be behind closed doors. It should not be something that's broadcast because it can leave a nasty taste in people's mouth. And they don't think it's right to show because it can be misconstrued. You know what I mean? It's not really a good thing to show. So it is people that do it and they think it should be done privately. Do it at home, don't talk about it, be a kink and go about your business. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, it's really up to you. It's all about discussion and what you're cool with. You know what I mean?
So I mean, typically, how does one of these scenes play out? Because I know you looked. Anything
So
that
it
she
seems
discusses
like-
with y'all, she researched very well.
It seems like the scenes usually just start off like as a slave
Sorry.
master situation where it's like, you know, you're a bad girl, you know, you didn't do what you're supposed to do, you didn't pick the cotton, you know, that type of thing, like that same type of dynamic. Like,
Did you see anybody dressed up? And like,
no, I actually did. I didn't see it. A lot of it wouldn't pop up. It kept every time I tried to look up some shit, it wouldn't let me really see it. So I just had to read people's like stories and stuff. I know.
They got everything on Pornhub, right?
Probably.
You can keep talking. I'm gonna just take a little browse.
It just seemed like to me. It seemed it's just more about the words to me. Like
that turn them
bigger. You know, like it seemed like that's what they're doing more than anything. They're just commenting a lot about the race.
So they just really just want to say
the craziest shit. piss you off. Yeah.
They just really want to say all of the derogatory, discriminatory things. That's what they get off on.
Yes.
They get off
And
on
it's
racism.
humiliating and it's degrading and stuff like that because they're sadists. You know what I mean? So they kind of like making you feel like shit or making you be a certain type of way. You know, making you crawl around, making you do certain things that is. You know, and they you know.
Yo, this legit. This
Begging
video
Manson
says
for
begging
my
Manson
freedom.
for my freedom. I can't
What did it say?
breeding
N-word slut.
It's you. It's
Why
the
this is
the term.
I don't understand how any of this is turning anybody on.
N-word schoolgirl. Come slut.
Mm.
Okay.
It's like the nigger word is the thing. They want to say nigger.
Crazy undercover cop gets fucked by BBC.
That don't fit the category.
We're just watching porn at this point. Right? But yeah, I mean,
she ain't undercover no more. That's her face was on the video, so her cover is blown.
I don't really understand it. Like I understand it, but I would never participate in it. It doesn't.
I don't understand it.
I don't understand
It's just something that shouldn't be done, and people get turned on by stuff that shouldn't be done.
We so judgmental.
It's weird. It's like
I know. I feel like every
so judgmental.
episode I feel like Tokyo's like I understand the psychology behind
I
it.
can understand
And
it.
we be like,
you nasty motherfuckers.
that's just not. I want to understand. I get it.
No,
like,
she
it makes sense. Like to me, and the shit that I read, when I first read it, it's like, why? You know, and then it's like once I start reading people's comments on it or what they're saying, their experiences, I'll be like, maybe you
there's
just.
a lot of things that are taboo that you could, play it.
Yeah.
It
And I'm
doesn't
sure
have
they
to
do
be
that
big.
too.
I mean, like it don't have to be rich.
And a lot of people can't
like-
really.
Like y'all can I can give you a scenario right now. Aliens and human slaves.
Yeah.
Get locked up. Your husband can be abort, and like Susan getting abducted at the grocery store.
I mean, they got that too.
You can be an alien slave.
Prisoner.
Alien prisoner.
CEO.
Y'all can be back in medieval times, like the knight coming to rescue.
All of those things
aliens.
are categories. They do that. They do all of them things. You see them porns, they be aliens walking
But
through the
you
woods,
not
and you be like,
you not gonna convince me that it's not a bitch somewhere dressed like Aunt Jemima in there in the kitchen making pancakes, and she like, Jemima, them cakes is looking delicious today. They be ready in the minute, master. Those ain't the cakes I'm talking about, Jemima.
that got to be a scene.
Like Susie, is them yams warm yet, girl? And you just like, the yams got warm, the yams got warm. They real warm and sweet, son. Just like you like. Just like you like it, son.
I'm finna have to taste it.
Like, son, that's a big old ear of corn right there, man. Where you gonna shut that corn from? This is about
Listen, some people can't help what they get turned on by. Somebody must have called this person something.
Could you imagine
She was
like
the
black guy and the little white girl too? Like what they say?
They got that too. They do have it the opposite ways. But it's
Yeah,
not
I mean,
like the
of course
slave
they
is
got it.
raping the
Rape?
white. I mean, like what? Because in those dynamics, doggone well, the black person ain't gonna be the master. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be like you having sex with the master's daughter. Shit like that. So
I thought it was like some of that, like what's that show off of Insecure?
What about Insecure?
You remember that show, that slave show that they was watching?
Oh yes! Oh my God, I forgot
That's
about
what I
that.
thought it was gonna be, like something romantic,
Not romantic.
not no romance.
Be like, you's a big fat duck,
Black butt, fresh off the boat. I never seen a penis like that before.
I said you was a man, dang
a man dango penis. Would you like to come into my bungalow and put it in my booty hole?
Y'all are awful.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
It's funny.
It is funny. It is funny.
I'm pregnant.
Out of here, baby. Out of here, baby.
Oh my God.
I'm done with this.
If I was you, I should have brought a handkerchief. Wrap around my head.
I was this close from using a headscarf today. I was gonna do it everything, but I
If y'all in the race play, let us know. Let us. I kind of want to know what's your little scene situation. What y'all do? What y'all say?
Who is
Y'all ain't gonna admit
admitting
it. I'm about to say y'all ain't gonna admit it.
Nobody's admitting it.
Don't tell me.
First of all, I'm not. Yeah, you can tell her. Inbox her. Y'all can get flagged together. Y'all can get locked down together. Okay. I got personal pages to run. I mean, professional pages to run. So I can't go back to the clink no more.
I have a question. Like, you know how like white people love to say the word like nigger, hard, you know, but during race play, like, do they give y'all the opportunity to use like the whole line of slurs, like spook, you know, you fucking porch monkey and stuff?
I mean, that's a negotiation. You gotta they
So
gotta tell you what.
So first of all, how did that negotiation go? So
or these
porch
words
monkey.
okay.
Does that stimulate you?
Jungle bunny.
That's what you like. That's what I like. That's what you
like
wet. All right.
like,
Now, yes.
out my little bunny.
Now I'm partial to bad winch and tar baby. That makes my dick hard.
It's always spook sends me off. I don't like that word, child.
We can't use spook. All right, we're gonna write that out.
Is that how that goes? Yes. It goes just like that. These are the words. Are you okay with them? Are you comfortable? No, I'm not. Cross this out. Yeah, that's how negotiations work. You have to be specific. You can't play around with
video is not going to.
Child, I ain't gonna be able to do anything with this video at all. This is not get monetized. I'm not gonna be able to promote
I
this.
just feel like just should have like a button to like just bleep out like going live.
We said so many awful things.
You gotta throw this whole thing away. This whole segment away. We gonna have to cut this whole shit out.
Start from the end free comment.
Porte.
You started it.
Looking at you, Porte.
You started it.
Oh,
so while we're talking about the race play, we might as well bring up this has gone viral. There was a engagement photo shoot which led us to discuss the race play. Okay.
Lord.
Now in this photo, you see a big black buck,
That man dango.
kissing
Ain't sexual.
Susie's plantation lily white hand.
A man dango.
A man dango.
He's shackled. He is.
She is breaking. Took the shackles off my feet for She is removing his shackles because I guess they are in love now. Oh yes. Yeah. First of all, let's talk about why this is bullshit. All right. We didn't even get to the last part. In the caption, it is probably hard for you to see. She goes on to say that he's no longer a slave, he's family now. and they're in love. First of all, let me tell you how much I want to find this nigga
Like why?
and dog walk him, okay?
Why?
He deserves his ass whooped.
Why did he think that this was funny?
He probably
I
gonna be
just
like,
don't-
What kind of self-hating?
that's
black
ridiculous.
women were just never into.
This is
I
why.
wonder why. I wonder why. What kind of
Wow.
self-hating,
Wow.
low
I don't even think
self-esteem
I wouldn't even
having?
I wouldn't even able to take the photo shoot. Like,
Is his mama alive?
I don't know.
Where's his daddy? Where's his mama? Where's his siblings? Who thought this? Whose idea was it? Why did the photographer take the money? There's so many questions that I had.
That photographer probably laughing. He was probably like, get behind the corner. And he was probably like, y'all got room seat here. Y'all got cop field. What the cops do there? He's probably like, this gonna put me on a mess.
Yes.
Oh Lord, these people.
I'm very confused by the whole situation. Who the fuck thought of this shit?
I feel like he did. I feel like this was.
You think it was his?
I feel like it was her.
I feel like
I think it was her.
I think it was her. 100%. 100%.
Yes.
Because it's a lot of white women, especially Southern white women, that really think that like their way of living is classic. You know what I mean? Like it's culture and everything. And if you say that shit, if you say, you know, the Confederate flag is your culture, like this type of shit is your culture, I want you to know that your culture, you know, is rooted in losers because the South fucking lost the war. Right? You have fucking losers and your traitors. The South lost, their culture died. It was Going with the Wind. They did a whole movie about it, 2 hours long. All right, 2 hours long. Going with the fucking Wind. That's what it was called because get rid of it, let it go. It's stupid.
I mean, what was the conversation?
It was embarrassing.
She came and she was like, babe, look, right? I got a great idea for a photo shoot. All right. So you know how for Halloween that time I had that whole like plantation get up. All right. Everybody was saying how cute I was. All right. So we're gonna take it a step further, right? Now go along with it. Picture yourself in chains. Freaky, right? That was crazy. It's gonna be so good. And then I'm gonna take the chains off of you, and I swear we're gonna fuck later. We're gonna fuck later.
Maybe
it's gonna be so good. We're gonna go viral. And everyone's gonna really talk about it, and we're gonna be famous. And he was like, okay.
Because plantation weddings are a big deal. They do plantation weddings,
but not as a slave and shameful.
They listen. Might as well be. It is disgusting to have a wedding on a plantation.
It is very disgusting.
That's like having a wedding in fucking Auschwitz.
Yeah.
People fucking died there. What the fuck is
there's
beautiful.
a weirdo somewhere that's wanna
you know what I mean?
There. Yeah.
Yes.
It's odd.
People like shit that's
people died there. People were tortured there. You know, they lost their family members. Horrendous things happened on plantations. For y'all to want to have weddings on there is very racist to me and is very disgusting.
I need to find him. I need to find him.
Yet? What happened?
Did nobody?
That's weird.
The Facebook, they must have shut their shit down. They had to shut their shit down like the first day because you know the FBI,
everybody, yeah,
black FBI, CIA on social media will find everything about you. And I haven't heard either one of their names yet. And I'm really, really puzzled how they got away with this shit. I don't get it. I don't understand it. It makes no sense to me. I don't know why. It's like, this is why people get triggered when they see black men with white women. Because of shit like this.
Because we already think about that. We already think about this type of shit
like
this.
You
show this stuff.
And like that was so, like, we joke about it and yes, it's funny, but at the same time, it's really, really harmful. It's harmful, it's damaging, it's dangerous to make something like this, to desensitize us and make it okay. Ain't shit fucking cute about pretending to be a fucking slave. Like, let's be real. We've been laughing this whole time, but let's be real. It's not fucking shit cute about a black person behind closed doors, in front of a camera, on social media, pretending to be a fucking slave. Think about the people that were like, it's disrespectful. It's fucking disrespectful.
It's embarrassing. It's disrespectful. It's embarrassing. It's disgusting. And then you got to think like the couples like this, interracial couples like this, because not all interracial couples are like this, but the ones that are like this, you know, a lot of them seem to think that, you know, their kids come out light skinned. I want to let y'all know, dark skinned kids come out all the time from interracial couples, all the time. So just imagine if they had a dark skinned girl. Okay, growing up in a fucking family where you thought to take, that was cool. And it's already bad for black dark skinned women.
And then thinking about that too. I'm sorry,
it's the truth. Go ahead.
Thinking about that, yes, if they have children or something and they see these fucking web photos and shit, like, what is this? What? You know what I mean?
And this is what causes
that is kind of.
Well, it was really, there are racist white people that have black children.
Yeah.
And there, I did come across a while ago a wonderfully written article by a boy, a man, who said that his mother was white and she was racist, but he was biracial.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And he went into detail about being raised by a woman who was actually racist, but that was his mom.
Right.
And so y'all go around, y'all fucking anything just to be fucking it. You know, excuse my language, but shit, I ain't been doing it, so let me continue. Y'all fucking anything to be fucking it and not thinking about the consequences of your actions when you bring someone else into the world. Y'all don't think about that shit. Who is raising your child? Who is raising your child? The ideals that they have, the beliefs. You know what I'm saying? That's what I meant about not bringing everybody to the fucking cookout, because you gotta vet these people, and it's not easy to vet people. I've had white friends that I, thought was cool, but when I invited them somewhere, they didn't fucking show the fuck up. And why? Probably because I have my reasons why I think they didn't show up.
Child, I had white friends. I went to an all-girls school, predominantly white. Okay, I only got from there. I got a lot of girlfriends still from there, but I have one extremely close best friend who's white, and that's it. That's all. The rest of them bitches, I don't really care, because a lot of y'all show y'all ass on social media. I keep them around. I keep them around because I like annoying people. But I seen the shit that y'all say, and I seen that racist shit that they do, and like little hints, the people that they talk to, they just be hiding it. The subliminal. They just be hiding it. Just wait around a little bit, and it's gonna pop up. It's gonna pop up. It's hard for them to keep it quiet.
Right.
It comes out, seeps out somehow.
But there's a demographic of Black people, especially the younger that we get, that might not know racism and just smack you in the face. Like some people don't recognize microaggressions and buzzwords and shit like that. They don't understand what that is. Which brings us to our mayhem and media segment, and kind of segue into that, right? So, let me pull this up. I sent you that post. That post from Facebook. The one from Thank You. So y'all probably can't see it, but y'all could screenshot and make it bigger or whatever, depending on which device you're watching it on. So, like I said, when we went to Blerdcon, that whole situation happened with the cosplay contest, and it really did divide us per se. Majority of Black people understood why you would be triggered, and why it was tone deaf and stuff. Then there was a portion of Black people, because there are those of us who are naive about some race issues. And that could be for various reasons. Maybe they are biracial. Maybe they grew up in a white family. Maybe, they grew up in a bubble. We're all not the same. Black people are not a monolith. We have different experiences. And so that can happen. There were those that did not understand why we were so triggered. So I'm going to read a post. I do host another podcast, right? So Baychain After Dark, that's on the Blerd Approved Entertainment platform, right? and one of my co-hosts, she made a post, and the post went on to say, so Black families and friends are fighting over a white girl winning a Japanese costume contest at a Japanese anime convention targeted for Black nerds. I done seen it all. Get your lives together. Love you, bitch kittens, Professor X. Okay. Now this person is very close to me. It's like family. But anybody that knows me knows that if I don't agree with you, I don't give a fuck who you are. I'm going to let you know that I don't agree with you. With love. With love. If I care about you. If I don't care about you, it is what it is. I privately let my sis know why I disagreed with her sentiments on the situation. Okay? explaining. We had a whole huge conversation about racism in the cosplay community and being a blerd and what an ally is and all the stuff. And then she made that post despite the conversation, and they dragged my poor sis. They dragged my poor sis to her knees bled. Okay, I mean, I'm not saying nothing shady because we talked about it on Bay Chancellor. They dragged the fuck out of her, okay? And had she not deleted the post, the shit would have went viral. It was about 13 shares, almost 400 comments of my good sis getting dragged. And she was making it worse because she was saying, all humans matter, and she don't see, color. Like, very much sounding like a white woman, but she's very much a black woman. And I know she comes from a good place, but again, the naivete. So her thing was that the girl didn't deserve to get bullied.
We all agree.
I don't think she deserved to get bullied, but what I'm going to say to you is the same thing that I'll say to my children. There are consequences for your actions. Example. If I talk shit to somebody, I might have to fight because some people are not able to verbally go back and forth. That means at any given time, I have to be ready to catch some hands and give some hands. That's a consequence. The consequence of her going to a black space and hopping her ass up on that platform was that black people was verbally tearing her ass up. Mind you, this is all verbal. See, I don't get upset by shit. You can say anything to me. I was arguing with somebody on Facebook and they was like, that's why your baby autistic. And that's why your baby's ugly. I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't give a fuck. It's, but some people don't have thick skin, and I get that. But I'm saying it as somebody who was bullied when I was younger. Listen, I toughened the fuck up. So I was wondering, I was thinking about what she was saying about the person not being bullied and stuff, and I realized that she probably made that post more because she was triggered by the bullying portion of it. Which I understand.
If you want to stand up
for the people that are being bullied.
I feel like she could have worded everything differently. I feel like honestly, if she came out with guns blazing and in the type of way that was like whatever smoke come my way. You know what I'm saying? She kind of came out. That post to me felt a little like y'all tripping. I don't know what your problem is, type of thing. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all tripping. I done seen it all. Y'all ain't get stupid. And then she continued, and then I feel like she could have been at any time. She could have said, you know what? I see where y'all coming from. She shouldn't have won. She admitted in her post that her costume was not the best. So I feel like she could have not changed her stance, but stuck to one thing. Just say, y'all shouldn't bully this girl. It wasn't her fault that she won or something. And then also be like, but I see here where y'all coming from. I get what y'all saying. Like,
I understand why y'all are angry.
Be understanding. She was completely sticking to her naive situation. Like she never said, like, I get it. I understand. It do seem crazy. You see what I'm saying? It was always like defending this girl. And it's like, do you know her? Is she a friend? You know what I'm saying? You grew up with this girl. Like what? She I don't know. It just seemed like you was willing to go against us in order to protect her.
Right. You know came for a white woman.
Right. And it wasn't really necessary. Like it wasn't like that. You can sit there and say, okay, y'all shouldn't bully her. You know what I'm saying? That's not nice. But I get where you're coming from. It was messed up. She shouldn't have won. Understand where your people are coming from. Right. She was choosing not to.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? That's my thing. You're choosing to be
obtuse.
Right. For nothing.
But that's why I said what I said earlier.
Yeah.
How I said the anime community, black anime people, they're too welcoming and too blind to like racism in that community. I'm telling you. Because if you watch anime, if you watch anime, like I watch anime, you'll see a lot of fucking characters that are supposed to be black.
Right.
And look fucking wild as shit. You know what I mean? Wild as shit. They act wild as shit. Fucking if you watch Naruto, fucking Killer B, he's supposed to be a really good character, but he's a black guy that raps with blonde fucking hair and a
They definitely do. I mean,
Like-
honestly, and a lot of animes are pretty racist.
You know
they're
what?
really, I mean, like they be drawn.
And
you know
then,
what I mean?
and a lot of Japanese people have admitted that
And
there
they
is racism in Japanese
It's
culture.
Asian period.
You know what I mean?
But see, that's the whole thing. Like the convention is not just for anime.
And that's the thing. That's another thing. That's another thing. You know what I brought up?
Right.
Nerds is not specifically anime.
Right.
You can be a computer nerd, and you know, science nerd, blah blah
But
blah.
you know what that
So
says though? All of these things can be racist. You see what I'm saying?
All of
the,
these
the
things.
nerd culture itself can be very racist.
That was the whole point of the con,
right.
That was the whole
And
point
I
of the
think
con.
that's where she missed. She it's like she can't see past her own feelings. Like she feels like, why can't she win? You know, like she's very nice. I will say she's a very nice person, and she's very welcoming and want everybody to be happy and kumbaya, but she don't want to deal with the reality of life. You see what I'm saying? She does not want to do that. She wants to stay in this bubble because it's comfortable. It's comfortable.
Yeah, she sees the
comfortable.
world. through
Of
a
course, I want to be
rose-colored
like, oh,
lens.
everybody's wonderful. Nobody will hurt me. The life is like fucking butterflies and shit. Everybody want to be like,
Because
that.
her whole thing was she's Professor X, and I'm like, bitch, I'm Magneto. Like, what are you talking about? Like,
You right.
in the real world, Magneto is right.
Yes.
Magneto is
Yes.
right.
Yes.
Everybody rock with Professor X. Is
Yes.
wonderful,
Yes.
you know, character in theory, but in real life,
Yep.
I'm fucking riding with Magneto every
Absolutely. I
motherfucking
agree with that.
time. Like,
He's not a bad guy. He's it's a different way of thinking of it. It's a different situation. If you're gonna fire, you're gonna be in rose-colored glasses and think everybody will be good. Like it's not the case.
Like, I don't.
You can stay with these glasses on, but that don't mean other people will feel that way and do the same shit.
Like, I don't believe what she was saying was coming from a bad place.
I don't
I just
either.
felt like
I don't
you said, she was just naive.
Yeah.
Then, you know, and I understand, like, if
She choosing to stay that way.
and like a lot of people need to understand, if you had a certain experience, that she said, you know, she was bullied by black people or whatever. If you had a certain experience with somebody or something, that's understandable, but you cannot dismiss other people's experiences
in
when
pain.
in pain when they say
Right.
that something happened. And that was, and with all those voices yelling at you, and some of them were extremely rude and very out of line.
You already know how we get.
Yeah, and they should, some of them shouldn't have said, but it was a lot of those comments in there that was trying to educate her in the nicest
what I
way.
was thinking.
Right.
Yeah.
You're not budging, so it kind of make you get angry. You know, you're not budging. You're not listening.
So at some point, when all these voices are yelling at you, some
still
point
like,
you have
no,
to sit
no.
here and be like, well, let me listen for a
think
bit
about it.
and think
That's,
about what
and
they're
that's
saying.
and that's the
Right.
issue that she has with a lot of racial issues. She does not want that. She don't like it. She just don't like it. I think she don't like it, and she's like, oh no. You know what I mean?
And it's okay that
And then she has bad experiences with other black
Here's
people,
the
like-
thing. You gotta blame the fish rot from the head, right? So your parents are responsible for teaching you these things. As a black person, you have to, at some point with your children, sit down and give them the harsh realities of life. Some people are not going to like you because you are black and because you have 4C hair and because you have a full nose and full lips, and that's just going to be the way that it is. You have to have that conversation with them. I have that conversations with my children very, very young, so that at 30, we're not going through this shit.
Right.
I don't have to explain colorism to you. I don't have to explain texturism, featureism, racism, basic racism. I don't have to explain these things to you because you've grown up with it. And is it fucked up? It is 100% fucked up, but it is a survival technique.
Yep.
You cannot properly survive and navigate in this world if you do not have that foundation from the beginning. People are gonna fucking walk over you.
Take advantage of you.
And you're not gonna
Yeah,
know what
and you're
that
not
is.
gonna know.
You're
not gonna know.
They'll call you a nigga to your face without even saying the word nigga, and you wouldn't even fucking know it.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. And then once you become a parent, then you have that same responsibility. But you can't give the lesson if you never got the lesson. So I guess I was like confused on like what really constitutes bullying, because on social media sometimes people set themselves up, and I'm just not even focused just on her, but this is generally, people will make an antagonistic post, put it up there, and act fucking surprised when people come in the comments, start swinging and banging. You double down, you don't delete it, and then you choose to feel some type of way. Like, is it really bullying? Because you can click the fuck off. You can delete, block, click off.
She also said on that post, I'm not deleting it and I'm not taking it down because she says she respects people's opinion. That's what she said in the post. And I was sitting here like, huh? Like, you respect their opinion, but you're not listening. You see what I'm saying? Like, I hear that. I know you got something to say, but I'm just not going to take it.
So do y'all really think that a person can be bullied online? Is the question.
I think so. Absolutely.
Of course. I think
Then you might not think what happened on that post was bullying. That could be argumentative. Yeah. I can see that. But absolutely,
you could be bullied themselves. And
people, yeah.
Oh, you know that's bullying.
Listen, I bully people on that now. I'm not going to say it. What do you think about it?
What's the worst thing you ever said to someone
on the internet?
Yeah,
child, I'm bold. Like, you ugly as shit. I remember I said that on somebody I ain't never even know. Like, nigga, you look crazy. I did. He was like, you look like a pit bull. That's fine, but you so ugly. Like, I said it first, bitch. You can't tell me I'm ugly. Cause you know you ever call somebody ugly and they like, you ugly too. Like, you can't still.
Right, you gotta step up. I mean, when you're bullying and stuff, you gotta step up.
Yeah, you gotta step up.
Not bullying, dragging.
I'm dragging.
He ain't deserve that. He ain't do nothing. He ain't do nothing to you. He just posted a picture and it was totally uncalled for.
You just jumped on it.
Jumped on it. I've been on bullshit since MySpace was on. Okay.
Why did you do that? His face offended you.
But I tell you, I be getting banned. I get banned. Like, and I got better. Like, I'm not like that no more. I have, like, so that's unnecessary.
But why do you think you were doing it to people in the first place?
Because it was fucking funny.
So you like the back and forth?
I like the back and forth. I like, you know, if I'm sitting at home, I ain't doing nothing.
You know, it's more boredom and just like,
yes. And you know, I know I'm fucking funny. So we going back and forth, you know. I know you're gonna win, child. They be like, shut up. That's why your mama did. She died because she saw you, bitch. That's why she did. She saw your ass.
Let me tell y'all something. Dragging, I'm gonna teach y'all all a lesson. For anybody who does not have a quick wit, okay. And me and Tony have dragged people together. We've been on a dragging team.
See, I'm not.
Okay. If you don't have a quick wit, first and foremost, don't let nobody spray you with your own shit.
Okay.
The most sensitive thing that you have about yourself,
get over that shit.
Let that shit go.
Y'all can call my baby all kinds of autistic. Like, if we're dragging, if you just regularly talking to me, you say something ignorant, I'm gonna get offended. But if we dragging, you call my baby retarded and all types of shit, and it ain't gonna make me feel no type of way.
Okay.
I'm about to tear your ass up though, okay? Trust and believe, you better lock all your shit up on your profile, because I'm going into every group. Last photo album. I'm talking about your mama. I'm talking about your impotent daddy. I'm talking about your bald-headed, cockeyed children.
Okay.
I'm talking about your baby with the deformed, malformed head.
Your granny who leg amputated, about to die diabetes. I'm talking about that bitch too. I
noticed that your grandma's on oxygen. Pull the motherfucking plug. I'm saying it all.
I'm a better person now. Now I'm a better person. Like, now I take my bullying talents that I learned back in like MySpace time. I turn it and now I take it and I harass, like, you know, hateful people, race bigots. If y'all really want to know why I keep getting going to Facebook jail, it's not because I'm like going back and forth with any old regular people. It's because when I see racist comments and NBC News comments and stuff, I start trolling the racists. You gotta say something.
I start dragging the racists. We go back and forth.
Yes,
I use my power for good.
They say some of the stupidest shit you can ever fucking read. I remember I got banned because I called this I told this Somalian guy that he was a nigga. I told him he was a nigga too, you know what I mean? I told him he wasn't no different from the white people and everything, child. He reported me so fucking fast. He would not let it go. He would not. I didn't know, like, a lot of Somalian people think that way. They don't like people outside, you know. They don't like. They don't care. They don't care if you're from Africa or not. A lot of them don't like it. And he was saying some overflowing shit, you know. I said, I hope you know that when you come over here, you a nigga. you a nigga. I want you to know. I said, you can shuck and jive for these white people. They don't give a fuck where you from. They gonna think you from Nigeria, bitch. They don't care. He got me.
I'm not like that. You know what?
She's not. She's a good person.
I don't drag people. You know what I'm saying? You have to really piss me off. Like and I'm not quick though. I ain't quick. I already have it back there waiting to say, and I just ain't say it right. We did have drag that one person.
Yeah. We ended up in the same comments. Like I don't even fucking know me and her. I don't even know how we both ended up there, and then we was.
I've been waiting. Okay, it be shit like I was waiting for a moment because we talk about this person sometimes. So I be having shit back there. I just don't be having the need to say it, I guess, like online. I don't know.
Do I know this person?
Yeah. Vanessa. Straight finesse.
The scammer. Joanne the scammer.
Right.
All the time. You know a couple scammers.
He's a guy, but I call him Joanne the scammer.
The scammer.
The scammer.
Oh, child.
And the only thing, I mean, a lot of people don't know a lot about me like that. You know what I mean? So all you can do is talk about my weight, and that means nothing.
And child, she's a Coke bottle. Her weight's smaller than mine at this point, okay?
But it means nothing. So
you think
that's all that he can say about me, period. You know what I mean? But I had so much shit to say. I felt bad. I didn't feel bad afterwards.
He tore his ass
I said, you know what? I've been waiting for you to say some smart shit to me. I did. It felt good.
I think I remember that one. I think I remember it now. I came late.
You came late.
Like, you broke.
Who was the one that was like the phone number to your business
don't even work? That shit is awful. It was right. You was
I think I caught it.
Yes, I tried to because the thing was that was hilarious. But I felt I said, you know what? This is it.
Well, listen, y'all, it's somebody on our unicorns page right now on that video I made about Blerdcon. The girl was going back and forth with the white guy. And I'm cracking the fuck up because she was like digging in his ass, and I find it amusing. And I just said like this. I'm not gonna say that because it's my professional page, you know. And he's like, that was you. You was talking shit about me. You went to your personal page, so you could talk shit about me. I was like, that's not me.
Are you paranoid, nigga?
She landlord, some shit like that. I laughed at it. I'm sorry.
She was that bitch again. Yeah, I made sure when I said I liked it.
Yes.
I told him I said no, that wasn't me. Sorry.
I wish I did call you a nice landlord.
No, I'm being professional on my professional page. She was dragging him. There wasn't no reason for me to say anything, and then he liked her page.
He liked her page.
I think a lot of times people
probably liked it to talk.
They like that shit. They like that.
He might be into that race play.
Probably.
It was like Robert or something.
Of course, like Bob.
Are you watching?
They like the people that talk back.
It wasn't me. It wasn't me. You see me now? It's not the same girl. I know we all look alike.
Y'all niggas all look the same.
We probably like triplets on here.
Yeah, but I don't think that we are bad people. I'm not a bad person. It's just when I was younger, I used to get bullied and stuff. So you either gonna learn how to fight, and you gonna learn how to roast and gig, or you gonna get your feelings hurt all the time. And I ain't finna be crying over nobody.
I'm trying to be a better person.
I don't want. Well, I am. See, we don't drag people no more like that unless they come for us.
I'm not even gonna lie. I got banned on TikTok for teasing somebody.
No! What? What did you do?
This girl, cause it was this lady. You know,
I was trying to make it be nice. You like, no,
she do videos of her daughter, and her daughter's autistic and everything.
Okay.
And I wanted to ask you about it. It was something called ABA or something like that. and she
It's shake therapy.
Yeah.
That's not good.
well, she do with her daughter, and
that's what I do.
and the videos.
That's what it is.
That's what you do. And the
Let
videos,
me say that ABA in the wrong hands
People don't like it.
is bad.
I mean, the videos that she was showing, you know, her daughter and her looked happy. You know, the daughter was learning everything. She said it helps her, calms her down when she having her little fits and everything. She said it works out perfectly. But it was this white lady in the comments, ally, talk about she was calling CPS on her. Like she was really in the comments.
What was she doing?
What was the woman autistic?
The white lady.
Yeah,
I think she was.
See, and you now in that instance,
She said she was. She said she was.
In that instance, I have to say there's a lot of autistic people that have been hurt and traumatized by ABA therapy, because that's what I was saying. In the wrong hands, ABA therapy is very harmful.
That's understandable. I can listen to that. I can understand it.
Yeah.
The only reason I bullied this lady is she would not let up on that girl. That lady would not let up on that woman and her fucking daughter. She was like in every fucking video harassing her. She even made a video about her, talk about she using her daughter to get clout and everything like that. So how I took my time out to bother that bitch.
What was she doing in the video? Because it could have been something that she thinks.
What you mean? What the mother was doing in the video?
Yeah.
The mother was just sitting at the table teaching her daughter. Teaching her daughter.
Teaching her skills.
Teaching her daughter. And this she posts a lot of videos, you know, of her daughter. Her daughter be stemming in the you know, like she'll be shopping, she'll be stemming, and somebody would say, "You just let your daughter go ahead and do that." She like, yeah, you know.
So she's not stopping her from stemming.
Yeah, it's not like you can tell. You can look at their family and clearly tell that is a happy fucking family. That lady is not abusing her. Okay, you can clearly say that, because I would never have took that time out to do that. No, that bitch was harassing their family.
She probably had a traumatic issue.
They had
ABA.
Listen, it had to be 4 or 5 fucking videos that girl was under trying to call CPS or trying to get people to call CPS on
it. Wouldn't work.
They're not going to do that. But you know, I'm like, what? But my thing is, what the fuck? It wasn't just her. It was a couple of.
A lot of people don't agree with
But what the fuck can CPS do for an autistic child that the parent ain't already doing? Nothing. What the fuck type of money? What the fuck type of money do CPS have?
And the thing is, with CPS, you taking your child out of the household and they're autistic, that's going to cause a whole other problem. You're changing routines. You're changing a lot of stuff. So,
well, unless the child is being harmed.
Unless the child is being harmed, yes. That's extreme. Even kids that are not special needs and CPS are being going through traumatic situations. So to do that and you don't see real evidence of real abuse, right? I just felt like white woman tears. That's what I felt. And
well, I feel like
that shit pissed me off.
Yeah.
That drag might have been just.
You know, I wouldn't have said nothing to it if it was just like one comment you click on and it says comment.
And they banned you from TikTok?
No, they ain't banned me. They just kept quiet for like.
Sit your ass down.
Right. You need to cool.
I just started posting videos too, and they muted like 2 already.
That's why I don't even say nothing on TikTok. I don't care.
I'm like, damn, like I can't live. I'm just trying to be funny.
They said we heard about you.
Right. They already
we heard about you at the quarterly meeting. They said she's on TikTok now. Watch her ass.
Right.
I
mean, like I said, I don't be dragging people like that anymore. It was bad for a while. I had to chill. It got.
You don't think y'all dragging become addictive?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because then people was tagging me to help drag.
Yeah.
Like, you know, they send out the bat single, like, we let you on that ass, and you go right into attack mode. You don't really know what's going on. You just like, give me the gist.
Right.
All right, I'm about to go look at her shit real quick, and we about to tear her ass up. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it got big. It is addictive. It is addictive. Like,
especially when you think you're fighting for something justified.
It's only addictive when it's funny. Yeah. I make everything a joke.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it ain't serious. None of it is serious. You laugh at it. You know what I mean? It's just like, let me see how good I can make them cry today. Not literally. They not gonna cry. But you get what I'm saying. And then I've had people that like I like it when. See, my thing is, depending on what it is, I'm gonna try to get your real tea.
Okay.
And so if I guess shit correctly, if I guess shit,
shit like,
what you know,
yeah,
my mom was
this from?
Right. So if I guess correctly, it'd be like, yeah, you got issues with your mom. You probably didn't live with your mom growing up. She probably left you, and then the person be like, I did. And then I'll be like, got him.
I remember I had went on. I got tired of seeing like so many hateful posts on my homophobic, transphobic, all these disrespectful. So I went down and I deleted everybody who ever posted something hateful like that. I deleted them all, whether it was friend, family, co-worker, whatever. So I was looking at my timeline. I'm like, it's recipes, more baby pictures. All fun shit. I say nobody say no fuck shit today. That was so boring.
Yeah, my shit is very calm now. I deleted people that they say dumb shit. I'm not friends with them. Anybody I suspect to be racist or homophobic, I got rid of their ass. You know, I don't have any. It's calm. The people that was tagging me to drag, I'm not even friends with them anymore. So it's very.
I'm proud of y'all.
It's quiet. It's quiet.
Let's see how long it lasts.
I still fuck you up. Don't get it twisted, y'all. Matter of fact,
she itching for it now.
No, not. Old Robert was trying to pull it on out of me.
Invite to that group. I invited you to.
No, because I was like, would she want me to be in there dragging somebody?
I needed you to read the bullshit that be going on.
She invited me to some black men don't cheat kind of shit. I said, what?
I didn't want to be in there. The first post I tagged her into it. Listen, the post I tagged her into it was like, why do black women put Jesus before they men?
That's exactly why I didn't accept that. I was like, if I go, listen, I'm in recovery. And if you put me in certain places, I'm going to go. Yeah,
I see your growth there.
I said,
any other time back in the day, you'd have been like,
I would have went in that joint and I would have been fighting with people with good heart.
I was fucking crying, child. If that nigga can't make a 34 case of water into wine, fuck you talk about treat him better than Jesus.
No,
that's still great value water. It ain't Merlot yet.
Yeah, I'm gonna continue my recovery though, because I'm not a mean person. I just don't like nobody playing in my face.
I'm not a mean person either, but if you say some stupid shit, like I just feel like it needs to be called out on.
Don't let me listen. I done told my real friends about shit. So
you brave enough to say it. You brave enough to get called dumb. Fucking dumbass.
And then people get mad, like, you already know I was coming. Like, I don't even know why you made this post. You already knew I was coming to say something.
Yes. They did.
Oh, God.
See, I don't think it's social media. I'm not really a social media talker like that. I can talk to people in front of their face. I can tell them, like, really, did you? Is that true? Would you? You know, I can say that to you. Social media, you know what? It's not. They don't do it to me.
I say it to your face too, though.
Yeah.
That's
I
will say it to your face.
Okay.
And I will type it.
Let me tell you something. I'm gonna say it to your face too. Don't ever think because I be typing on this keyboard, I'm not gonna come up to you and tell you a dumbass to your fucking face. I'm gonna tell you.